your good evening. Anyways, as you can see, we started. Guests are still on their way. But today we said we won't do African time. All in the name of Love Island. All in the name. We gotta get there and see Whitney fight Ella, innit?
I don't like this Nigerian girl beef, bro.
Is she Nigerian as John?
Yeah, the woman Nigerian.
Oh, they're both Nigerian. Alright. Must be nice. But before we start, August 26th, we have an event that we're doing. No live show this time, but don't worry, you will catch us on stage again, podcasting before the end of the year for sure, for sure.
Because we talk about the live show thing, like, because we're gonna do a live show.
Yeah.
And then we're like, nah.
Yeah, we said over the next 12 months or something, there's been 5 or 6 live shows, was included, and more to come. So we said, let's step out of our box a little bit. Let's organize something that we want you guys to come and enjoy as much as us, because we enjoy podding, but we also want to have an enjoyable experience for our listeners and people that are going to come out for us. So we're doing karaoke with Charger. The name's a work in progress. Just whatever we come.
When you see the poster, just know that we have a name.
We've came up with a name. So we're doing that August 26th. Put that in your calendar now. If you're listening to this, the link probably should have dropped by now. If not, within the next couple of days, you'll have the link to buy it. For sure. And we're gonna have some of your favorite podcasters also. Come in, bro.
Come.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Bro, no problem, man.
We literally just started.
What's good? Pick a seat, whichever
Pick a
one
seat,
you want to
yeah. Let me continue to cut this promo. August 26th, Charger karaoke. We want you guys to come and have a good time. We're gonna have prizes for the people that come on stage, and we're gonna have me and Deji will be there hosting, having games, laughing. We're gonna have some of your favorite podcasters within our community.
Man is gonna bust a quick B flat, you know.
Deji's gonna.
I might do key as well, you know.
Last time I did a karaoke versus Deji was at the 90s Baby Show. Deji won. I might have to run it back. Versus Deji. So
you know what? When it comes to this performing thing, yeah, and like singing and performing thing, I don't think anyone can smoke me. You know.
You think you're him?
I'm him.
On 26th, we'll see.
I'm him.
On 26th, we'll see.
100%. Nobody's smoking me.
On the 26th.
Like maybe Rose, but she can actually sing, so she good.
We'll see on the 26th. So you guys come out. Deji says he's calling everybody in the country out. He says nobody can perform. We have a musician on the pod right now.
Oh, nobody. Nobody.
Nobody at all.
Nobody. Usher himself will have to come.
I don't know about that one still.
Yeah, you think you can outperform Dej?
I've never seen him perform.
See, this is the thing. These men just have rapper hands. That's what.
Yo, is that how you perform, bro?
Perform
just with your hands. Yeah.
Just do me. I can't even lie. He's not wrong for some people.
Okay, like who?
Look, this is the thing, yeah. Like I always say, I can almost sing, but the performance will carry the rest.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, like I will stay in key. It's the wrong key, but I'll be in that key. Like look, I say it all the time. I'm almost in key, but I'm there, bro.
But yeah, that's the promo. Come through August 26th. Wigwam, Charger Boys, some of your favorite podcast performers. But we don't care about that. We want you to have a good time. Their mans will have a good time anywhere, but we want you to have a good time. Come there. Merch will be going. Deji and I will be hosting. We'll pod on the stage. A bit of everything. We just wanted to get away from the live show aspect. We will be on stage podding sometime before the end of the year. Don't worry about that. We will be back doing that. But also we want you to have fun.
Yeah, and what's called, we have to give a event for people like Jordan to show up. People, those married men, you come out, you have fun, you're home by 11 o'clock.
Word. What's up, bro?
Out of the game, huh? How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've been out the game, man.
Really? Oh, Jordan's been out the game.
I've been.
What, 2016?
I tried to fight it small. To get back into the game. I knew.
Like relationship or completely like.
Oh, bro, can you not see the regular face?
I wasn't even checking for that.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass husband right there.
Wow.
How old
about
you?
Well, bro,
Yeah, what about you, Dij?
I'm working on myself.
Working on yourself. I've heard that one before, bro. I've heard.
I'm working on myself. Look at the muscles.
Let's go. He's doing calorie deficit now.
Calorie
deficit.
Yeah, bro. I got my little, what's it called?
The weighing scale.
I got my little food scale. Bro, you don't know how tiny 60 grams of rice is until you see 60 grams of rice. I did 60 grams.
We got Shaq. Let me do. I guess it's before doing the intro.
Yeah, we
need to wait till that. How are you, man?
Bro, I'm good, man. Life's been treating me.
I heard there was a crash on the way here.
Oh yeah, on the M4.
Yeah, where you coming from?
Mullingar, bro.
Oh, you from Mullingar? Is that where you lived and grew up there as well? What's that like?
That was long, bro.
Yeah, what's Mullingar like? Mullingar,
Mullingar is actually a busy town, man. It's out of the way, Westmead.
Is there a lot of us over there?
There's more and more every day.
Okay,
I'll say that. There's more and more every day.
That's true. Because when I moved into Barbrigan first time, it was like 6 of us. By the time I left, let's just say we have AV9 there,
Bro.
And AV9 sell out just because they're for Barbrigan people.
In my estate, there's black people that I've never seen before. In
know-
my estate, I'm just like,
Most of them have seen that recently as well.
Yeah,
There's
so
people I've never seen just popping up.
What's happening now is I think it's like even if you've not seen them, they were like those 13-year-olds that you probably would have never seen 5 years ago.
Bro.
They're all whipping now. They're all.
God, we're seeing the same.
Yeah, those youths are whipping.
Fam, it's so weird. Like I'm here, I'm seeing girls. I was like, that used to be me like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But like now, it's just like,
Who's
bro,
this?
Y'all are whipping.
Isn't it weird when you go from a stage in your town where you literally know every black face or every face in your school, and then you'll be in the same town. You're like, I don't know anybody.
Who are
here,
you?
but-
I went to go get a chicken fillet roll like months ago, right? And there was this black girl at the counter, and I was like, oh, that's weird, okay, whatever. And I was just chatting to her. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I've been down for ages. I was like, swear down. Like, whereabouts now? Because I was like, if she lives in Johnstown, it makes sense because I never go to those ends.
Yeah.
She lives behind my house. And she's been there for like years, and I've never seen this girl before.
But I might like. Did you think you got the better of Keems on that freestyle? Let's get into it.
I think I did, yeah.
And okay, before let me
You're
just
supposed
explain.
to say that.
Let me just explain. Yeah.
Regardless of the fact, I think
Shaq was on Simba's Den. I think Simba's Den is a cold concept. I think you were episode
very
1.
cool. Yeah, that was the first premiere episode. as
Yeah,
well.
so I was very curious and very eager going in to see what that was about. And shout out Ayo Max. Every time I hear one of his
Oh yeah,
instruments,
I won't lie, that beat was crazy.
yeah, the beat is nice. And then obviously you did your thing and he did his thing. Is that who you wanted to go against?
Who I wanted to go against.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't get to choose.
You don't get to. You
don't get to
just show up on the day.
Yeah.
And then they say, "Oh yeah, this
This
is
is
your
who you're
prize."
going up
Yeah,
against, kind of
that's
thing.
calm.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick game with you though. You're an Irish rapper, so I want to do top 5 blind top 5. So I'm
Blind
gonna
top 5.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a name from the Irish scene,
So now,
and you have to put them 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, but you don't know who's gonna come next.
regardless of whether they're in my top 5 or not. Actually.
No, yeah, where you just ranked them. So if I
Okay,
say a
okay.
name,
Yeah.
and you tell me like we did this with famous people, like for example, if I tell Deji Drake, he's gonna say 1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna deal with you, blind Irish top 5 names, and see where you ranked them without knowing who comes next. First name, K-Sav.
So if I say he's top 5, I have to say
Where 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5. Yeah, you just have to rank. It might not be in your top 5. I'm
Okay,
just saying
okay.
where would you put him if like without knowing who comes
I'll
out.
put K-Sav.
4.
4.
Yeah,
Okay.
4 is good.
4.
But what he did on that Big Mac song, though.
Or even when he did with the freestyle, I put my,
I swing my arm in
with
the figure of 8.
but
I
I
was
plugged
stopped
in.
on the whole clip
What?
empty.
Yeah, the plugged in.
they plugged in there. That was called.
crazy.
Okay. It's K-Sav.
You know what? I changed my mind. 3.
3. K-Sav's in the.
I'm gonna say 4.
Okay, Smiles.
I'm putting Smiles on the 4. No.
Can we change our mind about
No,
the?
no.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole point of the blind thing. Cause you don't know who I'm gonna say
I'm
next.
putting Smiles on the 5.
Yeah, 5.
You put Smiles in the
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
K-Sav 4. K-Sav.
3.
Okay. Jafaris.
1. Wait, hold on.
I'm trying to think of people else we could say.
Jafar's 1 for me.
Jafaris
Yeah,
1.
one.
Jafaris 1. Okay, so this is now we're going to the 4th guy. The 4th guy, Jovinci.
2.
2.
4.
And last guy, Shaq.
Shaq.
Casual.
You know what? I was waiting for Travis or Els.
I was gonna,
Yeah.
if I wasn't gonna do them together, I was gonna do Travis.
Cool.
Yeah,
or
no,
Els.
because the thing is, I was gonna put because I was thinking if Travis or Els comes, preferably
1 or 2.
More recently, they're gonna be 1 or 2 for me.
For you.
But Jafaris is Jafaris.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no. How do you
that's-
feel about your list though?
I won't lie. There's some names that were missed out there, bro.
Yeah, no, this wasn't the who I think is top 5 in
Yeah.
Ireland. This was just random
I
names
say
I'm telling
from
my head.
the names I had, it was pretty accurate.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Where would you your top 5 be? If I didn't give you names, if I told you to just
You
give me a
didn't
top
give me
5.
names.
You can put yourself in there, bro.
I'm obviously gonna say myself first, so I'm not even gonna even put myself in there.
Okay, don't put yourself there.
Snowy Santana,
Okay.
Jukebox, top 5. I think Joe's top 5 still. Top 5, him. Obviously Jaffa. Vic Santana as well.
Damn. Are both those are from like I know Snowy's from Barbrigan anyways. Is Vic as well?
Yeah, Vig's and Snarl from Barbrigan.
Okay. That's like Chan's brother.
I know.
Yeah.
The Santana thing.
The
is
Santana
good.
thing, fair enough. Like I'm not too familiar with the music scene right now. I'm just getting introduced into it. Even on the way here, I heard your freestyle on Spotify. I think Dami sent it to me, the beginning, I think you were kind of like, the beat didn't drop here. And I was
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know if I'm feeling it. And when the beat dropped, brother,
Appreciate it.
that was cold. And there was like a lot of football references. So you watch ball?
Oh yeah, I used to play ball back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, what position?
Center back.
Why'd you leave? Center back. Is it because you're tall? Yeah, they just said.
Injuries, bro.
Oh god.
Knee
You
know how it
you
goes,
could
like-
have. That's how you made it into rap. Yeah.
Actually, speaking about, I've got a question about one of your lyrics because Dammy sent me a song. Actually, hold on, what's the name of the song? Just right now, I'm guessing. All right. Yeah. You say my hand's in the book, but my heart's in the game. Which game is your heart in?
Bro. It's the game, like them video games, man. Those video
But it's like,
games.
see, if I ask how you say fed.
Yeah, but
You're
the
not
thing
trying to
the thing
incriminate
is-
me.
No. There's different games. Like, because some man, they're just whores, and the game is just like as tight.
Are you in the streets? Because me, I'm locked up, so I can only live vicariously through man's in the streets. Are you outside?
I'm outside. I just do my bit.
What's it like outside?
Right now?
Yeah.
I just go outside.
No. The question is, wait, how old are you?
21.
21. Okay, you're like.
See, that's the age you should be
Yeah.
cheating.
What?
Yeah.
I should be what?
You should be. That's the age you should be cheating.
Cheating.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What's good, G?
No, that's the age.
I'm a Christian boy. There's no cheating going on in
Bro.
this household.
Listen
I
to
don't know
me.
what.
Don't tell him to cheat. Tell him to just not get a girlfriend.
Oh, see, that's better advice right there. Like.
18 to 21, yeah. That's how you should be in the streets. Maybe I should say that. Maybe not
In the
cheating.
streets?
My
Yeah.
days. What do you mean those kind of streets?
I just walked in on
Okay.
See, that's why I said I don't know which game because there's different games. There's the pulling and shagging game. There's the game of there's the rapping game. There's the other game.
What would they give?
You know the game
Ghost
that-
and them mans.
Ghost and them. Man.
I heard that.
So I just wanted to know because I assumed it was the rapping game, and I'm going to continue assuming it's the rapping game.
Let's assume it's the rap.
Everybody's here now, so let me plug in a quick intro because last week we forgot to plug in the quick intro. Anyways, we are here. We are charged to the game. This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs.
Bang.
I'm Uncle Jay, but you mans call me Jordan. And I'm here with.
No, it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Deji, nigga with the Midas touch.
Okay, and who we got here today?
We got Damz.
Got Shako.
Does anybody actually call you Damz?
Yeah.
Kind of like if they didn't, I would say no. But
The thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. Since I met this Damz guy, I've just seen him at the most random places.
oh my! Can we actually talk
Bro,
about this for a
I'm just
second?
like, why is he there?
I've said this to this guy on multiple occasions. Yeah. I will literally be walking with this guy through town, and random people will come up to this guy, spooning him. This guy's like a celebrity. I don't even know who I'm like.
Man's moving like Kante work rate.
You know,
and you see,
literally,
sometimes
like-
you see with the most random people. You click, it's like, what's
One second, I'm like literally 1 second, I'm chilling. What's he doing that longitude backstage? And then this morning, I see, goodbye, and I was like,
Bro,
let's
let's
Bro,
talk,
I was in Napa 24 hours ago.
let's talk about that. How was I Napa?
Napa was crazy.
Yeah.
Napa was crazy.
How many of you went?
man.
How many of you went?
There was 4 of us that went.
When's the last time we did a boys' holiday like that?
I don't have a group of boys.
Right.
Yeah, like I have a bunch of individual friends.
Okay.
I feel like
Did
it's
they not
very,
make
very
up a group
needed.
though?
Nah, like what's called like each of my friends would be in different groups.
Okay.
Damn. I feel like it's very needed because we went on one last year. There was more of us last year. This year, some of the boys couldn't get like holidays, days off. But I feel like it's very, very needed because it's very refreshing. Like as in, you step out, you just have a good time. Obviously, there's a bit of nonsense that happens along the way.
Well done, sir. Speak now.
Wait.
We're here,
No,
buddy.
you have to ask a question. Are you taking or are you in the streets?
Sorry?
Are you in the
taking
streets or do you have a
streets?
babes?
I'm in the streets. I'm fine.
But if a babe's yours, you says that now, are they gonna get angry that you're saying that?
No.
Don't get grabbed.
Are
bro.
you-
not getting graphic.
wait, I'm
get
letting you
lit.
guys, man. I'm letting you, man, know now. I'm not taking shit out.
Nah, bro.
Nothing gets removed.
I don't
no
want to. I
streets.
don't want to hear any. Yo, did you know like?
You know that part that part
I'll slide you a little 50.
I'll wait for 50. I might.
That's petrol for the week, bro. That's petrol sorting.
Bro, I filled up my tank the other day. Yeah, before the day was up, I already went through half of it.
Yeah, but sometimes you be moving though.
Bro, and I do.
Some days you be moving.
I work from home. That's the worst part about
prices
it.
in your ends.
Sorry?
What are your petty prices in your ends?
Honestly, I stopped looking. I just put up.
Man said, yeah.
You know it's rich.
Just
I don't even look at prices.
That's how
I
you
just
know,
feel
like,
like
different tax bracket.
Because honestly, what's the point? Like, it's 2 cents cheaper here, and you know what as well? Yeah, some of that cheaper petrol is ass. That shit is diluted with water.
Yeah.
Bro, you drive to Dublin and it's gone.
that's like when I used to see unleaded and premium unleaded. I said, what did you guys do to this petrol for it to be? I used to get the
You know
premium.
what? Because Circle K sometimes do this thing where they both of them are the same price.
Yeah.
I filled it with premium. Felt the same. They felt the exact same.
That's what I was
It's a
thinking.
scam. It's a scam. They're just telling you, oh yeah, premium is gonna last you longer.
Nah,
Or
man.
your car will go faster.
Yeah, but, and then Deji doesn't just move. Like when Deji's driving, he's like moving, like vroom.
Hey,
It's
I
like-
follow
Sorry,
the
not
speed
Deji.
limit.
We should have aliases on this podcast.
You know?
But yeah, Napa, what rubbish were you guys up to?
No, not even rubbish. Like, because
Sorry.
obviously, yeah, we landed, and first of all, Cyprus doesn't have any registered addresses. I promise you, any address that these guys put on where the locations, they're not the addresses. As in, we put the address for our com. Tell us why we were about 15 minutes away from our com when we landed to the actual place. We spent an hour and a half circling trying to find our com. It was nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Was that your first last holiday or?
No,
you said you did last year, yeah.
But yeah, so, and then we were just annoyed, but we finally got to the place. Then we got to the place. It was a bit underwhelming, but it would do. It would do. Then the second night, we went out to Black and White. If you go to Napa, Black and White is the place. Very, very, very good.
That plug was nice. Are they paying you, yeah?
You know.
Man said I didn't pay me.
My question to you is, what role do you play in the group?
What role do I play in the
Are you
group?
the group leader?
Because you know, there's some man that all they know is scoring.
Mark's
Like,
a scout.
He knows me too. I'm a scout.
Mark is actually the scout, man.
He's a scout. What,
You know the way I was telling you before that he just knows so many people to be bumping him through town.
Yeah.
It helps in that aspect because the
Okay.
guy just knows. Yeah.
So you're people. Is that what kind of why you're
Yeah.
going into this field of music and you're trying to work with people? Because I heard you on the podcast. I saw that clip. You say you also want to diversify yourself and maybe start producing and like doing all that kind of stuff. Because sometimes I look at it. The more I take on, the more stressed I'm gonna be. So let me stay in the lane I'm in now.
Screaming. It all works hand in hand, but yeah, like as in diversifying myself, like it just goes hand in hand because like the more you're working, the more you're just doing it. If in music, if you're able to be diverse and be multi-talented, it really does help a lot because that saves you so much time. Because people don't know the stress of having to grab an engineer. When I tell you having to grab an engineer or find producers, is a stress. As in, you could go to studio session and you'll have a Gara engineer. Oh yeah, bro, I'll be there with you. Oh, don't worry, I'll be there with you. Then 2 hours before your session, sorry, bro, something came. What do you mean something came?
Yeah,
there?
I was saying this with Dej before you guys got here. It's like I'm noticing a lot lately. There's a lot of like people that have like idealists. They have ideas and they want to do things, but sometimes they bite off more than they can chew. They'll have like 500 jobs and they're doing a bit of everything, and then they're not doing anything. Right, so you'll book someone for anything. Never mind an engineer. You could book someone for anything, and on the day, an hour before, they're telling you, "Sorry, bro, I got called into work, or I got called in to do this." It's like, yeah, you have the good intentions to be like, yeah, I want to be an engineer, but do you actually have the time, the facilities, the abilities, the equipment to do this kind of stuff? You're right, did you?
No, I'm listening.
No, I thought you were about to say at the level we did. So usually, I want to do.
I've got a few. Don't worry.
Okay, I want to do. We do a segment called. I do a segment here called Jordan's Agendas. I'd say something happened this week, and I want to get you man stuff. First, actually, do you have any older siblings?
Yeah.
How old are they? How much older?
One of them is a year older than me.
Okay, so you guys, because I'm looking at your hair now. Because over the week, like, I wasn't allowed to have. I only needed to do clean cut when I was young. So now when I see like young people with this kind of hair, I'm like, I get so jealous and so envious because like fierce. My mom would have beat me. So over the week, my sister's like 14, and that's how I know you get to an age now where I become my parents' parent. My sister was moving mad. All of a sudden, I had to pull my dad in the sitting room. I had to sit them all down. I had to be like, yo, the way you man's parent this girl, yeah, it's just not gonna work in more than this. I was just asking because I was like, well, how did they parent you compared to your brother? Because you're so close in age. I'm not really sure if they did anything.
How they
different.
parented me compared to my sister?
It's a sister, is it?
Yeah, my sister.
Sorry, yeah. How they parented you compared to your sister?
I won't lie, cause I was the third child. So me and my sister, we were pretty much like, we're only a year apart, so we were basically like raised the exact same way. My younger sister, on the other hand, that's the one where the same you were saying about your younger brother was like, it's the same. There's like way more lenience there, way more last child stuff. They get away with bare things. So
Get away with murder.
Murder. Spoil them, man.
But you're out here doing rap. That was like, are they supportive of that as well?
Oh yeah, my parents, they support my thing.
That's calm because they see the numbers and then they're kind of like, What was the moment that you were kind of like when you showed them? They were like, yeah, this is slapping. Like, or they kind of they don't know really the music how it works.
Like they're not really that sure how it works, but they just know that I'm putting my time, my effort into this. I have a plan. I know where I'm going, so they just support me. Like
I think I can get behind that. I've said it on the previous pod. If my brother, my sister, my child kind of has like a structure to where they want to be or how they want to do it, that I can get behind. It's kind of like when you just want to say, oh, I don't know, I'm just take time off.
I feel like that's the new thing with like African parents. Because I feel like most African parents, as we're growing up, they're evolving. So if you come with them with a plan, and like they understand that this is what you're going to do, and like you're not just saying, "Oh, I want to do this," but you're not putting any effort or not putting any time or anything. Like if you come with them with a fully structured plan, and you're like, "All right, cool. Like this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it." Maybe they'll listen. Sometimes even though you come with it, they'll just discard everything. But I found it in my aspect as well, even in doing like this music management, because like as in it does like I do be a people person. I do be at events, do be going to networking, this and that. So like obviously like, I'm always out and about out of my house, and obviously I have to explain to my parents that like this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at. Like it's
the people
like,
that want to do people management. It always baffles me more because I'm like, you actually want to deal with people and the business side of it. That's like one thing I don't want to do. I do not want to like get on calls, have to, like you're saying, 1 hour before an engineer is supposed to be, they're telling you, yo bro, I can't do this today. Those kind of things are just, because Deji knows that like, I like structure, and if I can't understand last minute plans, when you tell me let's do this tomorrow, I won't do it. Whereas with people, you're kind of like, I can't do this tomorrow. My mind will just be like, that's silly.
I love the last minute plan.
I think like the Friday before Longitude, I think Travis and Else was playing on the side, and they just like, if I get tickets, would you go? I was like, I'm not
gonna lie to you. I actually didn't know that it was the next day.
Okay.
Very funny story about Longitude. As in, I was in church at 11 a.m. Leon texted in the group chat, "Who wants 2 VIP tickets?" I said, let's go.
Wait a minute. What group chat is this?
This is Cool Kids group chat.
Why are we not there, Dej?
We're not cool enough.
What group chat is Leon in giving away free tickets to Longitude?
Bro, I need to be put on that mailing list.
Because if we're people, like if I was a people person, I might have been in that group chat. And is this a regular occurrence that you're just getting donated? Because I know my friend Dongo right now is pissed. He's saying they're not inviting him to any events, and he's coming for Black and Irish. So what group chat is this, and what admission fee do we pay to get inside?
It's not admission fee. You just have to be one of them guys, isn't it?
Are you there? He said
are you in that group chat?
No. That's all Mark. I let him do all that shit.
Yeah, you just want to studio record, innit?
Bro, I studio record. Like, obviously, like, some of, like, the behind the stuff, the business stuff,
yeah,
contracts and stuff, I'm going to look at my own shit as well. Cause, like,
no, of course.
You have to have your own knowledge about the situations. You can't just...
Have you had any, like, dodgy people finesse situation? Because you brought up contracts, and that's, like, a big thing since music since, like, the 50s.
Nah, we had, like, there was contracts that were a bit, like... They looked a bit booky. But obviously, like, a conversation can explain a lot of things. Like, if you just sit down with the person, hash things out, you can actually get to understand what they meant here, why this was there, get them to take stuff out. Like, that's why you have to read your contract first, because if you just sign anything, you know what the fuck you're signing.
Yeah,
a lot of people...
A lot of send me a 45-page contract. I ain't trying to read all that shit.
You have to listen.
No.
Yeah, long day.
You actually had to listen to read through, or did you, like...
No, I read through myself.
You read through yourself. Jeez, man. Imagine saying that reading through a contract, man.
All right, what's called? Let me get into some agendas, yeah?
Say no.
First of all, I saw a funny tweet, and the replies are killing me. So, it's like, how do females ask for sex? Does anyone...
I saw that this morning on one of the voice story. I saw this morning on one of the voice... Oh, it was Giddy story I saw it on, man.
How do they ask for sex?
Yeah. Because, you know, women are wild when they want sex. They don't try and go about it nice. They just, like, pull your dick out.
Is that what you're on? Is that what you...
What, did I say... Do I look like a woman?
I don't know, because you're the one that said...
Wait. So, you've never just had a girl that...
I'm talking to you first.
And I'm talking to you right back.
So you just had a girl say, "Yo, whip it out right now." Yeah, same.
Some guy goes searching in your boxes like they're looking for chewing gum in their bag. I won't lie. Some guy said, I had a chick say, "Come play in me."
Complaint. That's a bar though.
You know what?
That's a bar.
All I know is that session is not lasting long. Come play in me.
I'm awake.
What's called? No one goes. You're using me to press phone, Abby.
Sorry?
You know, like if the girl's around and you're on your phone, it's like, oh, you like get off your phone, innit?
Oh, okay.
Right, you didn't get that reference?
No, nobody here got the reference.
Wait. You're Nigerian.
Yeah.
No, like okay.
So he has to say that he got it because you question his Nigerianness.
Not you.
See, now he feels like you questioned him. Well, what? The one that I saw it says they'll ask, "Are you tired?"
You know?
So they'll just
some
go
girl
for it.
goes, say babe in the horniest voice you can.
How do you ask for sex?
I told you I'm working on myself.
I didn't mean yesterday or tomorrow.
Man said
life.
crickets. Crickets.
Nah, for real.
I can't give away my secrets.
Nobody's listening.
Man said not on the pod.
Nobody's listening.
So I'll tell you after.
That was
After,
Patreon.
man said after
Patreon.
hours.
How do you
How do you
initiate coitus?
How do I initiate?
May I have some more?
Some more, damn. There's
do
out
I
here like
initiate?
anonymous. It's called Dij.
Like more, there's always gonna be a want on both sides. Like it's never like, oh, I want it more than the other person. Like so, it just happens. Literally, just when you're chilling with the other person, like eye contact, everything is there. It just happens. Like literally.
But you never had a moment where you're kind of like, should I make this move? But you're not sure.
Obviously, you have.
What's your go-to move
And
then?
you know the worst part about it?
How do you get in your
If
head?
you don't make the move, and she's like, I was waiting for you to make the
know,
move.
that one is the worst.
So how do you get? You're kind of like, especially when it's like the first time, you're like, I should probably.
Bro, if I start rubbing up on you, you know what time it is. Like, if I pull you in and I start rubbing up on you, like...
Oh, okay.
Kalas.
That's that. Yeah. But that's like body language, though. So you don't say if it's like you don't express it like.
It, like, you know, it depends.
There's no physical
it
expression.
depends on,
Man said
it
niggas
depends
are
on
using
the situation.
telekinesis. Just you
You
know
know
what you know what time it is.
Because I understand the comfort that you're with someone, like when you're with someone a long time, when you pull them in closer, start rubbing up on them, they can understand what time it is.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta be brazen and just start eating box.
Yeah, see, you know this one. I'm wrong for this.
Why do you go with that?
Crazy.
Sometimes skip the foreplay, get your dick out, and just start eating box.
You know, sometimes, yeah, I don't know about the Ian box, but sometimes,
Wait! You don't eat pussy?
I have.
That's not an answer to my question.
I have before, yeah.
But is it something that you do, or is it something that
I'm
you
not
just
just
tried?
yamming random, like,
Yeah.
that's,
Okay, that's fine.
crazy.
No, I
Like,
hear that.
I haven't done that in time, like,
Well, how long is time? Like 6 weeks ago?
You know that I haven't done this in ages. It happened 3 days ago.
2021.
2 years ago.
No, it happened in Napa for him. I can tell.
Not for those.
I won't let them Napa stories I was saying.
Yeah, like that.
Patreon bad.
Anyways, what's good? Do you mind posting your private? Like, obviously you're away or whatever. Like, do you post crud on your private story?
Crud.
Like any nonsense on your private story?
Nonsense.
Nah, I just post on my private story when I don't want really to. Like, it makes no sense posting my you know when I'm doing my house stuff, when I'm like fixing stuff around the house or doing Bob the Builder. No, I just
You just put that public story, bro. No, but like, cause you know sometimes I see some people do like private story, and so I'm like, I shouldn't be seeing this.
but sometimes I see people put me in their private story and they're posting fucking quotes for tweets. Why am I here if you're gonna post this? When people went to DLT Malta, yeah.
Jordan said, "I'm here for us."
When people went to DLT Malta, some of them put me in their private stories, and I was like, I'm awake. But all I'm seeing is after the day, get ready with me. I said, I could have seen this on TikTok. Why am I in your private stories to see content of the day? I want to see someone shaking yash and you pouring drink on the yash. Yeah, that's why I'm here. That's the crowd I'm here. Because I'm at home in Drogheda, you're in DLT Malta, better post crowd. But everybody's like, nah, that's what they won't post on this fucking story.
What's called? Yeah, dilemmas with Ditch. The first dilemma. Yeah, my girl's been acting strange for a few weeks, but my girl's been acting strange for a few weeks, but has had an insane amount of money coming in. I never went through her phone, but when I did, what I seen made me sick. She's been pegging white men for $200 a pop. I ain't mad, but I don't know how to feel about it. Is that cheating?
I feel like this is something that she could have discussed.
Yeah, but I hear why you wouldn't say that. I hear why you wouldn't discuss
very
it.
much hear that.
I hear why, like, how's a girl gonna say, yo, babes, I want to
Peg
white man for money? It's one of those situations. It's better asking for forgiveness after you've made all the money.
You know what? Yeah, out of all of the things that she could do for money, it's not that bad.
Reparations.
Because
The white man fucked us, so you fucked the white man. I hear it.
I hate you guys so much.
It makes sense. It is
Is it cheating though?
Is it cheating?
Technically,
If there's like an emotion, if she's like feeling like an emotional attachment somehow, I don't know how you would do that if it's a strap-on thing, but like if you're feeling like some kind of emotional
So
attachment,
for you, cheating in that instance would only come if there's an emotional thing attached to it.
like my girl wouldn't be doing that, first of all, just to say that. That's a
I don't have one yet, but when I do,
But what's it called?
Shout out
Like,
you, future babe.
there's so many other questions I would ask before I would ask, is it cheating? Like, why do you feel the need? Like, out of all the things you could
$200
do,
a pop. That's why she feels it.
$2 a pop though. Like,
And how many? What's the market for this? Yeah,
There's definitely a market.
That's what I'm saying.
there is.
there
No,
definitely
because
is.
I could
so many creepy white guys there.
I could start becoming understanding.
Honestly, if you have your clothes on, I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it. Spoil
Okay,
me.
so for you, it was the emotional attachment. For you, is she's revealing herself.
Yeah,
That's when the line is.
Because like the thing is not like things are happening to her. What man is gonna come out and be like, oh yeah, I know his wife. She pegged me.
2023 shock you.
That's cool. But
There's an openness of people these days.
that's something that happened on one of them American TV shows, man. Them niggas would be at the table eating dinner, and then one guy would just be like, "Yeah, I know her."
Yeah. Did you ever watch that movie where they go into the cabin? Oh, it's a Tyler Perry movie. It's like a table of them. They're literally everybody starts revealing their secrets.
And then one of them tries to kill his wife.
Yeah, it's one of them got
I want to
tube
go
tied.
through that shit.
Yeah, but for me, I don't think I'd be. I don't know if it's cheating because I think recently I heard that anything that you would hide from your partner or you wouldn't show your partner, maybe it's not cheating, but it is disrespect or there's a line that you know you're crossing. If you need to hide it, if you need to like hide a conversation, which brings me to ask this also: is there certain lies that you have to tell within a relationship or within to just keep the peace?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like what? Like what? Give me a good lie.
Nah, I don't.
You're the married one. You tell us.
Okay, so you think you have to be completely honest and transparent every day?
Bro, yeah.
What if she wears a dress and she says, "Do I look fat in this?" And she's been getting ready for an hour and a half. You think she looks a bit bigger, but you just want to get out and go to dinner. You say, "No, you look grand." That's a grand. That's because after like in an hour after dinner you'll be home, innit? So she'll take the dress off anyways, but you're just tired of waiting. Like, I've been waiting to go to dinner for an hour and a half. You change your outfit 3 times. She tells you, "Do I look fat in this?" Because you know if you say yeah, the next outfit she puts on, she might be taking another half an hour to an hour, and you just tell her, "Yeah, you look grand." That's
even
good.
if she goes, "Is that girl attractive?" Did you say yes?
I have said yes before.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
No, I would
Yeah.
say yes.
Because
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
I've said
some
yes
people-
before, yeah.
Yeah. So
Some
there
people
is certain, but it depends though, because sometimes they can bait you. Because if they saw an ex and they say, "Oh, do you still find her attractive?" What are you gonna say?
Yeah, no.
Even if you did,
But I wouldn't.
you wouldn't find an ex attractive.
No.
Why?
You could
Once it's done, it's done. Like,
Yeah,
there's
but
nothing
someone
there.
could be attractive and you cannot want them.
Yeah,
Like she hasn't gotten less prettier because you're not with her anymore.
Exactly.
She's still attractive.
that's what I'm asking. But if
attractive in terms of like
Just
generally.
physically.
Oh,
Just physically, is she attractive?
your missus at an event, she sees your ex, and she's like, "Oh, your ex looks good." What do you say? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to air that question.
Yeah.
You should air it straight. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
There's no answer that you can say that's gonna end up.
No,
There you
you
go.
have to answer like, "Oh, swear, I didn't even know she was here."
Meanwhile, you saw her 15 minutes ago. The corner of your eyes.
even
You don't say
You're
anything.
sweating that she didn't see you.
You're just saying, "Don't come and say hi. Don't come and say hi. Don't come and say hi."
Nah,
tell her you didn't see me 'cause I didn't
there's
see
certain there's certain lies. Even like, obviously, don't ask a stupid question like, "Oh, am I the best you've ever had?" Because what if she's not?
Jesus Christ.
You have to lie.
What she said?
If you ask that question, you deserve to be lied to. Like,
See, that's what I'm saying. There's certain things you're gonna be like, or is this the best relationship you've been in? What are you gonna say?
What do
There's
you
no-
want them
What
to
do you
say?
want?
You have to say yeah. Because what are you gonna say? Actually, this isn't as good as my ex, but it makes me happy, so I'm good here. Because my ex cheated on me, so I had to leave. But no, I definitely think there's lies that you gotta, even in some friendships, just in any, we gotta work every day, and we're like lying to the like.
Oh, yeah,
This,
100%.
this ain't me. I'm not like this. If you put a mic in front of me, you think I'm talking like, all right, Susan. yeah, coffee break, yeah. Fuck off. I don't care about a coffee break right now.
Nah, man, fuck that.
Nah,
But yeah, no, back to this thing, yeah.
Most niggas haven't touched coffee until they get to a professional setting. That's the first time niggas will touch coffee, man.
Yeah, but at that point, you just do it to fit in.
Yeah, exactly.
Back when you used to be in the office, yeah, these man love their coffee. They'll be having French press, be doing this.
Yeah, but I started
Do not-
coffee
bro,
in
fuck
uni.
that, man.
But I started coffee in uni low key out of brokenness. Because we had like a little hall room. It was like an SU. It wasn't
What
really an
uni did you
SU.
go
DCU.
This you? Oh.
Yeah, so there was like a little SU there. It was called the Interfaith where we went to pray. And they
coffee.
gave you coffee and biscuits. So some days if I'm only in for like a quick hour, 2 hours, I don't really want to spend money on food because I'll be home in a bit. So you know when you're managing your money uni days, they give you 20 euros, so you have to manage this. You have to make a stretch.
You got money from your parents for uni?
Bro.
You're better than most man. Niggas
20
on that
quid, you have to
home.
make a stretch. And then, so obviously I was like, I'm not buying a chicken fillet roll for €7.
Yeah, bad.
So you go to
That's pre-inflation as well, man. Imagine trying to manage. €20 doesn't even breathe air in this generation.
You leave your house, you spend 50 quid like this.
Easy.
Like getting here, just on petrol alone is like 15, 20 euros.
Bro, I filled up my tank the other day and it's gone. And I work from home 5 days a week.
Why do you? What are you doing?
I know. How's that even happening? How does actually
Ask
happen?
me again because I don't know.
What do you
It
even do?
defies the laws.
But,
Bro,
back-
just getting into this guy. Like,
bro, man.
Yeah, back to this
Bro,
thing, yeah. The pegging.
Would you feel better if she bought you some really nice gifts?
About the pegging or just
Yeah, like now you found out about the pegging and you found out where she's gotten all the money from. Would you be less annoyed if she got you like really nice gifts?
I'll still be the same annoyed. Like
gifts doesn't console for.
When I say gifts, I'm talking about like Rolex dating.
AP baby blue. That's the thing. I'll be shouting like this.
Bro,
nah, bro.
The thing is this,
shit,
I don't
man,
even know if
can't
I
lie.
want an AP, but rappers have talked about it so much in the last
Nah, I want
18
an
months.
AP.
I don't know that I just want
Wait,
an AP.
what is your favorite watch then?
I'm not really. They just more of a watch person.
what's-
I'm
what's
not
called?
really.
More affordable. I really like the Rolex Daytona, but I want the Sky Dweller.
Are you a watch person as well?
I've been looking. There's this one guy. His name is the watch guy. His name is Nico.
Nico,
on TikTok.
Nico.
Nico's the one that got me into watches, bro.
Yeah, bad.
No, is he the one that does all the whenever celebrities step out, he's telling you what they're wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
No,
like,
maybe it's a different one.
I
'cause
like-
he did Michael Rubin's birthday. Like it was
No,
like,
no,
this
you're
one.
talking about the guy on TikTok. No, it's
Yeah,
different
yeah,
guy. But yeah, no, Sky Dweller. That's what I want that. And,
Are you into watches?
I actually don't be looking at watches.
Yeah, neither do I. I'll see what looks
Kinda
nice.
literally.
That's it. Was
Yeah,
that
see,
was
I
nice.
know all the-
I
want
was
an
the same though, but once you start learning about it and you start figuring, like you start knowing, oh, okay, that's that. Your eyes will just naturally notice.
Oh, okay. Is it a status thing?
And
100%.
yeah, definitely.
100%.
Like,
Bro, if someone's wearing your house on their wrist, you're going to notice.
I can't lie.
Yeah, my dad has a rollie. I need to take that off him still.
Man, I
I
can't
call
lie, man.
dibs.
Where you guys from?
That's the.
Congo. What you
You
laughing?
definitely have a veteran in your head. You definitely have a veteran.
Actually, Jordan, what? Now that you have your own house, where's your retreat? Like,
Just-
you're not a true Congo.
it takes up space that you don't even need it to take up. But I am gonna get like a little cute one with like some jeans, some
Something nice,
glasses.
just something
When
nice.
when you come and say, "Hey, do you want whiskey on the rocks?" You know that one?
Yeah.
Some little nice coat with those big ass vitrines. Nah,
Come on, like,
Nah,
bro,
man.
that's your culture.
it used to vex me because you can't even eat from the plates in there.
Yeah,
You can't touch
They're
the
just there for
glass.
show.
They're just there for decoration.
for sure.
Nah,
but bro, do you guys not remember back in the days where your parents would go and get the big sound system, like the proper thing with the cassette and bro, everybody had them, nobody used them.
Yeah, but
gross, man.
and then that's why they die off because every generation realizes that was fucking useless to have in the house.
Nowadays it's soundbars. It's still going down.
That's
It's just
Oh, you need a soundbar. If you don't have a soundbar in your house, you
I actually
you
just put
need
mine up. It's not been up since I moved in there.
changed.
Wait, why'd you ask me where I'm from actually?
I meant like in Ireland.
Oh no, Balbriggan. I grew up in Balbriggan. So I spent, that's what my
The
parents
Rolex is there as well.
What?
The Rolex is there as well.
No,
It can't be my
that's
bringing.
fine. That's fine.
Oh,
Well, I wanted to do. I do a segment here called Jordan's Charger. So I don't think this isn't really anybody's got a charger, but it's a topic that we've been talking about in group chats because obviously you still follow football till today.
Yeah.
So you following the Benjamin Mendy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted, because obviously this is what happens during the week, I wanted to give a breakdown of it first before we talk about it. Benjamin Mendy's a footballer, left back that plays for Man City. And maybe I think, let's say 18 months or 2 years ago, he was, trigger alert, he was convicted of several cases of sexual assault. 12, I think it was 12 to be an exact.
Not the sexual, the hard R.
Yeah, all of that. So after the first trial, he was found not guilty. There was 2 trials. Okay, there were still more cases to go through. Then he was convicted not guilty of any trials or any wrongdoing in the court of law.
That nigga did that shit, allegedly.
My thing is, first and foremost, I was like, just because something isn't guilty in the court of law doesn't mean it wasn't done. Because I know black people will say like, oh, the justice system, will complain about the justice system isn't fair, and now the justice system. But then when the justice system goes your way, I'm not saying black people are saying this, but people in general will be like, when something goes your way, now you're like, yes, the justice system works.
Of course, you got boss case.
You
now
can't
all
have
the footballers are posting him as well. I'm just like,
yeah, you can't have it 2 ways, and like, yeah, no, it's tacky to talk about because I know in the court of law you're proven not guilty because we all say OJ did it, but in the court of law he's not guilty. But obviously, because I've talked to a few people and I want to give different perspectives. One of someone I know he says, okay, this case happened. It's 12 cases, and if you go in the court of law, it's undeniable facts that nothing happened because you have to find like without doubt that they can find nothing that say yes, this happened. Another side is like, now that he's found not guilty, also all society, we decided to put this system in place, innit? That you will go through trial and you'll serve time, but if you're not guilty, can he come back and function as a member of society? Because by the rules we set as society, he should be allowed to.
Just to say,
that's what we said.
He's already been signed by Lorient.
He's backplaying. He's going to backplay.
But isn't that what it should be? Like,
it's what it should be.
What we said, yeah.
But once again, bro, there's no smoke without fire. You can't tell me that you have 12 cases that we know of, and you bust all of them, and nothing happened.
Yeah. His lawyer is a magician.
And those
that's how I respect it.
France, they're booky. Like,
yeah.
The French league in general, from like everything like government like that, is booky. Man.
Yeah, like bro, because come on, 12.
Yeah, because another point of view that I got is like some of these ballers, because I want to present every different point of views now. We're not like just being biased here. Some of these ballers, they do get targeted by younger women, and they see them as a come up as an opportunity. Yeah. There's a basketball player called PJ Washington. Yeah. See, you laugh because you know what I'm talking about. A woman, like it was like in his early 20s, a woman literally targeted him to have his baby so she can be taken care of for life. And this is known public. So I know it can also happen to young NBA Zion Williamson. Mm-hmm. We've talked about him several times on this podcast.
You know that woman is still going on about
I know. Now she's crying.
She was
saying domestic abuse.
Cry blood.
Even on that point of view, I'm like, there's 23 league players per team, so multiply by 20, 460 players in the Premier League. Why are you getting targeted 12 times?
Do you get what I mean?
That's like, if it's a matter of targeting people, why do you have 12 hits just on you? That's why I can't ignore it. The number is like, it's too extreme for me to ignore. Because I told Deji, like, if my message says Jordan cheated on me 12 times, you're inclined to believe at least 2 are true. Because 12 is insane. It's like if my message goes, oh yeah, 12 women came to me and said Jordan cheated. Even if I said Deji, there's no proof of this. It never happened. Back in your mind, you'd be like,
double digits.
Happened at least twice.
12. And also the thing is, it's not like, obviously, like I don't think the women were named or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's just one group of women. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, okay, maybe these 2 know each other. This one's another random one. 12 separate women.
Yeah.
Bro, man, you did that shit.
Yeah. I want to get your point of views on this because obviously you're young, you're a rapper. If you blow up tomorrow, your DMs will be packed and everything. So and some women will see it as an opportunity.
What if his DMs are packed now?
Are they packed? Now?
Nah, bro, my DMs are empty.
I love it. So what's you guys' point of view on the Mendy situation?
So obviously when I heard it, I always like to take stuff with a grain of salt. So I seen like all the counts, and I was like, I don't know. You seen some clips circulating the internet. I was like, yeah, this guy's. It doesn't look good for the guy. Like I'm not gonna say the guy's guilty, but it doesn't look good for him. Then I seen obviously that he got cleared of all the charges, and I'm like, you have to look at it both ways. Like in one sense, I'm like, I'm happy for the guy. Obviously, like let's say that he didn't do anything. Let's just assume that. Then obviously, like he was wrongfully imprisoned, he got set free, calm. But on the other part is like you were saying, there's 12 women that are coming against you. Like you have to kind of look at it both ways and just be like, okay, what if he did this and now he's free? It's a thing where it's like, actually,
no, it is very techy because you gotta look at the rules that we set as a society. Now he is free. He's a free man. He's not guilty. by the laws that we said, he should be able to live his life and live his life as free. But in the court of public opinion, I can still have the opinion that 12 is just too much of a number to ignore, because even if it's like there's loads of players at Man City and they all make good money. Jack Grealish, I see Jack Grealish drunk every single day on my
Jack Grealish was actually meant to be a part of that case. One of the nights out, he was involved. He was involved with that. So it was like it's kind of like like if Benjamin Mendy got targeted, how come Jack Grealish he was stayed to be there, but like I think he gave witness. I don't know if he gave witness. But like it's just one of them ones where how come he wasn't.
And another thing you have to say, the same way you're saying that there's 12 people, like if there's 12 people that are accusing you of something, surely there would be one shred of evidence that can pinpoint
that's
that
what
you did
another
it.
one of my friends said. One of my friends says if there is 12 people, also to have zero conclusive evidence is also another thing that we just can't be like it's hard to ignore.
You want to know why? Because what's called in these exact situations, I think it's harder to prove that it happened than it didn't happen.
I think I get what you're saying. I think it's harder to prove without reasonable doubt because
no, I think full stop.
No, I think if there's 12 cases, there's what's like especially in the, like party, there was conversations that because it's conversations, you can't say they're just talking. There's gonna be evidence somewhere that something booky happened. I'm not saying that he did
always, bro. Like okay, think about it this way, yeah. If like something happens now, yeah, and as the person that it happened to you, you're kind of like just shell shocked, like, and you're kind of thinking, "Rah, did that even happen?"
Yeah,
and like you're kind of frozen. You're not texting, "Yo, you did this." Some people.
No,
do.
not texting. Not like. Okay, go on. So let you land.
Some people like because this is the thing, right? Because most of these situations happen from people you know, so we could have been linking up anyways. That's not evidence that anything. It's just evidence that we were together. Let's say we were actually linking and this was happening and this was happening. I was willing to go to step 2, but you went all the way. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm like, what's called from what I've heard and read and shit like that. The examination that you do when you go to the doctors and all of that is actually proper invasive. So a lot of people are gonna not do that, and then some people just they froze or they dig it deep and they bury it. So it's kind of like in that situation, yeah, there's not one shred of evidence that it happened. Yeah, and I feel like that's more common than a lot of people think.
Fair enough, that's one situation, but if it happens 12 different times and there was like surely at least in one of those 12 times there's that's a less than 10% chance there could be a shred of evidence.
But this is the thing as well though, like a lot of man that for a man to grab 12, this is a system at this point. Okay. No, think about it.
No. He knows what he's doing. I get what you're saying. Yeah, he
look
knows.
at it like
it's like
that,
if you watch Dexter, the TV show, he knew what to do. He'll follow your routine. He'll follow you to work, follow you to the gym, knows what you do, knows exactly when you're vulnerable. Attacks.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even sometimes some certain people they target certain kinds of people. So it's kind of like if you can have the same situation, it's unlikely and it's not going to be the exact same. But with the evidence, you can have the same situation 12 times.
Okay, Harvey Weinstein, he did his stuff, a lot of his stuff back in the days. Did any evidence come out, or was it just because there was so much people speaking out?
Yeah, but that's also different because what's called when it comes to kids, bro.
There was no kids involved in Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
There was the Hollywood.
I'm thinking of
Jeffrey. No, I'm thinking of Harvey Weinstein, the one that was the Hollywood guy.
Yeah.
So there was I don't know, was it women that came, a lot of women came out, spoke against it. A lot of things happened back in the days. Was there shred? Even Bill Cosby, a lot of women came out and spoke. What was the shred of evidence to say that actually happened?
I didn't follow the case close enough to.
No, I know he did that shit. I believe he did that shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes it's like if enough people speak out, I don't know what evidence then is required. Because in the case of like Harvey Weinstein and maybe it was conversations, how he spoke to them, or was it just there was a bystander, his secretary spoke out in testimony and said, "Yeah, I was there. This happened." Do you need evidence if there's someone else speaking? I don't know how the law works. So I don't want to kind of like say, yeah, it happened. My thing is like, I kind of what Shaq is alluding to is like, sometimes if something happens 12 times, not just in this, in life, if I cheated 12 times, surely there'll be a shred of evidence in one of those 12.
Unless you're just a criminal mastermind, like
bro, this is, and also this is my personal opinion anyways.
Because would they take him to court for this long without any evidence?
2 years. In my opinion.
Yeah, would they take him to court for 2 years if they knew they had no evidence?
These things drag on anyways. Look how long it took Tory and Meg to...
I know. Like, would they even take him to court at all if they had no evidence? Would they say, let's go to court if they had no evidence? Yeah. What's the point?
To get him in the system.
But the thing, once like you said, if there's enough numbers, sometimes the number is the evidence.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And also, I also believe this, my personal opinion, whatever. That's 12 that came out.
Yeah. No, that's
get
fair.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's fair. That had
And there could be more that might not
Yeah.
even be coming out.
No,
Do
that's
you
fair.
get what I'm saying? So for that reason, I'm just kind of like even with the Greenwood situation, I don't want to.
I wasn't sure about that.
I don't want to
I
see that
don't know
guy
how
play
that
for
guy
United ever again.
mums
That one is so icky
That's
because
so
we heard the
crazy.
tapes.
Bro,
That makes it worse.
that one is.
I was so hurt
Guilty, locked
because
off,
we
like-
lost him and we didn't have a striker for the season.
bro.
We
and
lost him.
the
We didn't have a
thing is,
striker for the season.
it's easy to not care about somebody that wasn't good anyways.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when you're a star boy,
Yeah.
and then it's like, nah, man.
Yeah,
fuck
no,
all
that one is even weird because I wanted to ask this as well. If she's clearly gone past it, they've gone past it, and they've dropped all the charges. If she's accepted what's happened to her and she's having his baby, and they've all accepted, and the court of law has accepted what happened, there's nothing wrong. Also, should he not be able to move on with his life?
Nah, I don't play for my club, bro.
No, not for your, like, maybe not. I'm not even
has
talking
the
about
right
like
to be
playing for
able to,
United. I know for us, because we heard the tape, it's icky to put him back there. But if she herself is gone past it, she's having a baby with him, and she's moved on, and the law has said, yeah, it's calm, nothing's gonna happen. What happens to his life?
Money talks. Money talks.
I know money talks,
Like,
but I'm asking you guys' personal opinion. You guys,
Like obviously he.
No, go ahead.
Like obviously he deserves to like have his own, like he's come out from jail, he's been cleared for all his charges.
Yeah.
He has the human right to be able to like restart his life.
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
But
You just
in
want him out
today's
your club.
society, like they're not gonna let you. Like when like you can get slapped with, they can wake up tomorrow and say, oh yeah, you touched like 5 girls, we have you. You can go to court. No charges, no nothing. But
you're fucked.
it's still gonna, that name is still gonna be like
Tagged to
circling
you,
around you. It's gonna be tagged to you.
I agree because I was obviously wanted to ask because it's like the conflict is we've all heard the tape, and any human being that's heard the tape, we're kind of like, it's a bit icky to be attached to Greenwood. But on the other side,
I've seen big United fans.
yeah.
Yo, man, give him a second chance.
Oh,
Bring him back. We need
Okay,
him.
devil's
You know he was
advocate.
actually
No, I don't want to
training
advocate.
No.
I don't want to advocate for the devil.
The squad.
I did not right though because it's there's no nothing to come of it. The
Nah.
charges are dropped. The woman has moved on. He's
yeah,
moved on.
no,
But is he not entitled to a second chance now?
Once again, what's called just because charges are dropped, just because they're having a baby together, like these situations are a lot more. They're a lot more fragile than, and they're complicated as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, but if the people within the situation themselves are ready to move past it, why are we projecting our
Look,
feelings?
I just don't want to support man.
I know. I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for United fans that are saying Breton back.
But this is the thing, right? Like, like people like to flip and flop on the law.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It will be never snitch. What someone gets robbed, you're not calling the police. But now, when a woman is coming out saying that this happened to her, why didn't you call the police? Bro, shut up, bro. like you can't just be picking and choosing.
I understand, like, you don't want to
to.
support him, and I understand, like, why you wouldn't want to support him. But I'm just saying, it's like, if the people within the situation have made peace with the situation, why are we outside of the situation still projecting?
Because
that, like,
I
oh,
want
we're
to
gonna
support a
get
club
this?
that I feel like stands for more.
Brother.
No.
This is a corporation, man. They are here to make money. They stand for money.
It is a corporation. It is a corporation, but it is a corporation. But I was having this conversation yesterday. I actually think letting Greenwood play is actually worse for the business than letting him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, because even if you let him play, he bangs a couple of goals, and you sell him for 150 million next year. The amount of money you'd lose in revenue alone. Like, think about how many women support, how many people that just is like, I'm not supporting that person anymore. I'm not buying my kid a United kit. I'm not doing this. You lose hundreds of. United is the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
You will lose hundreds of millions of just playing him again.
But the fact that they haven't let him go, do you not think they probably think that risk isn't as big as we think?
That's why I've been because I'm like, remember I said it. This boy is gonna play again.
Yeah.
and it's gonna really bother me.
I understand what you're
You
saying.
see the thing is with this whole situation. Obviously, he's still under contract, and they can't because the court have dropped it. They can't just say we're terminating your contract from
They
mutual
very much
agreement. They actually
They can, but they have to pay him out. They have to pay him out big money.
Yeah, pay him out the big money. Just get him out.
Pay him out the big money, or get
don't
him
have
play
the
for your
big
club
money.
and get paid
The
big money.
Glazers aren't even gone yet.
Bro,
They don't
the
have any
Glazers
money.
are trying to do
And like the thing is,
Jaco.
I do understand that that's like a 150, 170 million pound like investment there.
Yeah.
But it's just like, at what point do morals come into situations? You get what I'm saying? Because
The money
clubs,
and
they don't
morals
come
are-
like,
I hear you, but I've
don't
watched
come in
like
at
this
all.
might be the
Yeah,
line
it's
because I've watched sports for so long and I've seen him just move that moral line
Oh, yeah.
again.
Yeah,
and again.
back
I've
and
seen
back
him move
and
that
back.
moral
Bro.
line, so I just don't know if it exists, man.
if Party plays a good game. Party plays a bad game. Can we lock him up?
They didn't win the league, and they said Party can go now. I was like, oh,
Yeah, what's
now your morals are here.
The feds can take him now. But yeah, no, man. It's just-
No, I hear all sides because that's what I kind of brought up because people have given me different perspective. Like in terms of Mendy, definitely some of that things I believe is true. But in your case, I'm like, someone else said it to me. It's like, is it true though if it happened 12 times and there's no shreds of evidence? But I don't know if there was any shreds of evidence or if it was just not enough, because with the court it has to be without reasonable doubt that you did it. So there could be a text here and there, but it could be like, yeah, but she wanted it, she went to the house. Or there's cases where when people see their accuser again, they want to see them the second time. It's like, if this really happened, would they go back to the same house? They could use that stuff to manipulate the evidence. So the evidence might just be inconclusive.
Also, when you have millions and millions of euros against somebody that might just be working a regular job and makes 55k a year and can't afford to do massive cases and shit like that. Like we've literally seen, we've seen Proctor bust what's his name out of a case. We've seen Saul Goodman bust these man out of cases.
Yeah,
that
Javier
they
might
did.
just absolutely just bring
Do you know what I'm saying?
man.
Fuck suits, man.
The law is.
Hey, what
that show.
What fuck suits?
That show went dead, man.
Nah, you know what it is. Yeah. After
he went to prison, I was just like, oh, that's
even he went to prison, I was like, bro, like even there, he bust case.
Oh, yeah, Busquets is bad.
He bust case and he's still in prison.
It's just banging like that.
Bro, bad.
Suits.
Is it good like that?
Yeah.
First three seasons, cash money.
But you know what it is, yeah? I have a weird attachment. I have to finish things. So I finished it.
Nah, I gave up, man. I gave up this
You
season.
see that very
Like
first
5
episode,
yeah.
One of my top 10 first episodes.
That's
Like,
the
as in,
problem
when
right
I watched
there.
that first episode, I couldn't stop laughing, man. Because when he came in and he dropped the briefcase and it just opened, my man was like, what?
Yeah. That's like season 1 Prison Break.
Oh,
Bad boy.
I will die on the
That
hill that
show
Prison Break
is
season
a
1 is the
bad
greatest season
boy
1
show.
of any show ever.
No, yeah, 100%.
There's no season 1 that was better than
Can we
that.
move on to lighter things, please?
Yeah, let's move.
slice.
Dilemmas with Deji. And what's called? My girlfriend used to be a drama queen, and we had serious issues about it. Now she's changed and she's too.
You read this
calm.
already?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man!
And I told you people shouldn't. And you said, I said, well, if she grows and she went therapy.
I thought I read it before.
Yeah,
know.
you read it before.
You know, spin back to me. Give me 2 seconds. Let me pick another one.
This guy just wants me to take up the mic. But yeah, how did you get into music management? Why did you, Damz?
I got into it because, as I was saying, there's not a lot of managers in Ireland, as in like in terms of music managers. Like off head, or even from the people I know, I can probably name about 5-6 managers. And then for the love of music as well, because I'm a people person. I've always been a people person. I love business. I'm a businessman at heart. So I was like, if I'm not going to be the one rapping, I might as well be the one putting rappers into
How does
the
one
situation.
be a businessman at heart? Like, what passion do you see? Like, this is me.
Because
You have to-
innovation, like business is innovation. Like when you step into the business world, you just want to be innovative, want to be creative, and like once your mind starts getting into that mindset, you just know that all right, cool. There's an area for this, there's an area for that. Let me explore it. Let me see if I can break into it and become something in it. Because business is so fun because it doesn't tie you down to one option. You can go into many different areas and succeed in many different areas.
Yeah, like Musk, innit? Man is doing Tesla, he's doing spaceship, doing Twitter.
Exactly.
The guy's just doing whatever the fuck it wants.
Also, like everybody knows that person that was selling sweets in school or was selling this or selling that, and like some people they're always selling something. Yeah, that's a businessman. That's a businessman.
And
even the trappers, businessmen.
People are in the game, in their books in the game.
Call it this
Man,
shit.
but the thing is, even selling music business, like do you know what I'm saying? Like some people you can just see it in them, like.
Shaq, being from Mullingar, obviously you're making music. Do you feel like the Dublin people embrace you or keep you away? Because sometimes I've heard people it's like this is black in Dublin or it's very cliquey in Dublin, or how do you view it then?
No, I feel like I've been embraced. I feel like a lot of people that rate my music are actually from Dublin.
Yeah, I think because you're undeniable, innit? It's once you make yourself, like sometimes I think people make excuses. It's like, they don't rate me because I live here, or they don't rate me because I'm this. I just think if you are undeniable, people have to embrace you.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
I said, I've said it before you got here. I was listening to the freestyle that he put out on Spotify. The beginning, I was kind of like, okay, I'm not really feeling this, and then when the beat dropped and he came into it, I was like, okay, the boy has something special here. Yeah, you find your dilemma.
Yeah, I have one. I was actually going to talk about hustle, but yeah, fuck it, let's talk about hustle instead.
So I just had to send you this Spotify.
Let's talk about hustle instead, man.
Do you guys listen to the J Hus album?
90% done, yeah.
Yeah, what you think?
I'm fucking with it.
Hoss is the guy, man.
Yeah.
Bro, as in, I'm only like 3, 4, 5 songs through, and I was like, Massacre, yeah.
Even from the intro alone, the intro got me gassed.
Bro,
I can't even lie.
I was the same.
Intro
I was
got
4
me
songs in
gassed.
texting Deji. I was like, what the hell am I listening
Look,
to?
like I've always said, Hoss is my GOAT.
I think this is my favorite album since Common Sense, that of his. I think there's only one in between. So
You know what?
I
I
didn't-
hear Big Conspiracy, like
Big Conspiracy was good, but
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't
solid.
like it wasn't like my favorite.
Yeah.
But what's called? You know what mine is? Cream.
yeah.
That CB verse, that's my favorite. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my favorite.
I'm so
verse on
annoyed
the
that they
album.
didn't use the original beat.
Yeah,
the
God
original
knows.
beat is
The original beat was very
Because I remember he had a snippet out like last
that's
year
the
sometime.
original beat. Yeah.
Nah, that verse is crazy.
And it's one of the first time I'm like, not the first time.
Smoky settings. I'll smoke his brethren. What?
I did before.
See, that's you know me. I love my crud.
Yeah.
I love my crud.
And you've been on J Hus from like day.
fam 15 days.
15 days, man. Oh, man.
And that's like the one of the because usually when albums sometimes these days I find them like way too long, and this one was like 19 songs, and I was still in the zone.
trash,
When
like-
I listen
It's
to
long,
some albums out, by the time I get to like song
long still.
song 7, so that's why when I see like fucking Joe Vinci do 6 songs, I see Travis Scott do 6 songs, I'm like, perfect.
I think
Like, by 8, I'm like,
10 is a nice round number
for me,
For
8.
which? For
for an album.
an album?
Yeah, I like 10.
For an
I don't
album.
know about that.
For an
That's
album,
kind of short.
Short, yeah. How many would you do?
In an album,
Yeah,
an album's like 15,
like 13 minimum.
But an album
12
has to,
minimum.
an album is, for an album to be an album, it has to be structured. As in, you can't release something and call it an album and there's no structure to it. Like, for example, Paul Paper dropped his album.
Best UK rap album of this year.
Definitely,
Cash.
most definitely. As in,
I have to ask maybe the blogger what she thinks.
when you listen to it, you can tell that this was really thought and put together well, because like an album tells a story, and you have to be from track 1 to the end. Like, you hear the story and you're like, all right, cool, I resonate with this, and I really mess with this. But the difference between like an EP or maybe a mixtape, it's not too structured. Like, there's songs here or there that you may like, but one song may not fit, or they may be testing a song by putting it into the EP. But with an album, you're not testing songs. These are songs that you've really spent your time and you've done your multiple recording sessions here and there, and you're like, yeah, this works, this fits the structure, I'm going to put this there.
So you said Paul Paper is the best UK album of this year.
Cash.
What is the best Irish project of this year
So far.
so far?
Full circle to me.
The Gladys Project, Full Circle, by far. And then
I
Shades
haven't
of Yellow.
finished listening to Full Circle, I won't lie. But I would say probably Joe's right now, yeah.
Joe, yeah. I would say, yeah, I would say.
Joe's is third for me, but
2 seconds.
Shades of Yellow.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
JLO.
Literally, that's
Yeah,
for me.
Shades
Full
of
Circle
Yellow.
and Shades of Yellow. Those are the top. I keep going
I'm
back.
waiting to see what Jaffa drops, man.
Yeah.
Stop, man.
Wait, is it Jaffa's coming.
See, don't worry. He was at the studio session. He was everywhere. I'm telling you.
Jaffa's coming, man.
Nah,
That Jaffa's talented.
And do you have anything else to do
talented.
this year, or are you just like more singles, E
we're
EPs?
loaded.
Just dropping track after track. We're dropping the EP towards
October,
then-
we said?
Yeah, October, November, around that
Do
time.
you know what you wanna? Because obviously it's not an album, so there's probably not gonna be structure in there. You're just gonna be your best hits, or what?
There'll
What
be
you gonna do?
a bit of structure, but like obviously there's the intro, you have your outro, but like it's just gonna be just banging tracks, just great music, stuff that people can just when they hear they're gonna say, yeah, like I understand.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I want to listen to host today.
I was gonna ask you, do you feel like the Irish scene is missing freestyles and like just because like you know the way that like obviously the UK they've got like Fire in the Booth, they've got what's called Behind Bars, they've got like even Daily Duppy and shit like that, like just a freestyle. Your rapper comes out, you shows they can rap, and then they move out. Do you feel like Ireland is missing that?
Yeah,
I think that having that in the Irish scene would be
it
amazing.
would be so.
Bro, I think it's needed, yeah, and I think there needs to be like once we have because I know that there was like Frosted. What else was there?
New Airflow,
New
Bars of
Airflow,
Stash,
but none of them have
consistency.
an iconic, not even consistency. None of them have an iconic freestyle. Like you can think about what's called
Fire in the
Booth. You can talk about
Gets one that
you can talk about Gets. You can talk about Bar
Bugsy.
Paper. You can talk about Bugsy. You can talk about Chip. Like there's so many just.
Skeps.
Do you get what I'm saying? There's so many like iconic ones. Even if you talk about Daily Duppy, like I really like Fredo's one. I really like Ivy D's one. Ivy D's one is cold.
After she did 90s Babies, I went back to listen to that song, Rumors, yeah? It's cold. I'm sorry. It's one of those, you don't even need to pay attention to what's happening. The minute the beat drops, you're like, this is fucking fire.
But yeah, like do you guys feel like the Irish scene is missing that? And Do you feel like, is there anybody that you think that if this person drops a freestyle, like just come in straight bars, no structure, just bars, that it might the streets
The
might look
freestyle.
like that?
What you think?
Oh yeah, 100%. That shit is needed.
Yeah,
It's definitely needed because like it's a thing of where like we need something to set ourselves apart and like let people know that there is people who can really spit in Ireland, because there is a lot of cool, talented rappers that aren't getting as much light as they should be, but that's just down to like just logistics and how
And there's also
everything
people
works.
that like simply they're amazing rappers. Their pen is talented, but some people can be great at freestyles and just writing, but forming a song that might not be their best their best aspect of creating music.
Yeah.
Some people just write and they'll write like 3 pages of just bars. No hook, no nothing, but it's 3 pages of bars. So what are you gonna do with that? You can't release that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I've like again, like we do definitely need that, but it's kind of what I was saying earlier in the pod. It's like there's a lot of ideas, but the
one's taking
execution,
action.
yeah, and then sometimes like the person that want to execute it, they're also doing 101 things, and they're like, we can't do everything. Sometimes I think like someone needs to just be like, this is the thing I'm gonna do. Like, say if you did that thing, yeah, you say, yeah, I might be like, Dej, you need to cut. If you really want to do it, you need to cut out like some of the podcast fucking work and focus on that, because I feel like a lot of people now we're taking on. We want to be Swiss knife, want to do a lot of different things, want to blah blah blah, but we're not mastering a one thing. Like shout out Simba. Simba mastered.
I was literally about to
He
say that.
mastered what he did, yeah, and now he's doing like Simba's then. Like you focus on that, now you can do Simba's then. So if we need some of that as well, people just need to.
Simba's then makes sense.
Yeah.
So much.
How was it actually being?
Oh, that recording process was actually unreal. I can't lie.
Like, yeah,
Rated
man.
heavy.
Big ups to him for even having us as the first episode. Like, I remember when he shouted us, he was like, look, this is what's going on. I want you a part of it. I said, yeah, no problem. Just organized the day, and then we went down. Very, very smooth day. Like, we got in, he explained what was going on to us, and then Reggie as well. Reggie on the visuals. Reggie was cool.
Yes,
Bro,
Reggie
that was the
we
thing that
spoke about
grabbed us.
that.
Reggie's a wizard. Man.
Yeah, that was the
He's
thing
a
that grabbed us.
wizard.
The way they made it look, I was like, yeah, but we already have that, but the freestyle thing will be cold. We just need someone that'll be like, that's
But
what they do.
But who do you think in the scene could deliver a freestyle that is gonna go viral?
Joe,
Shaq.
come on.
Shaq, do it then. Do it. Get a camera and give us bars.
Oh, gosh.
If you put a beat
But
on
like
there-
a proper, like when you're talking about like a proper freestyle platform, like
It doesn't even have to be. A
Oh, you're just
platform.
talking about
I think,
freestyle in general.
Like, I think the best examples are the platforms, because like there's like I can't think of somebody who just popped out and gave us a free.
Remember Cadet?
Even remember when we dropped that
Yeah.
very first freestyle, that December, when we were on Pirates.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah,
did
yeah.
so well.
Yeah, what's it called Cadet?
Cadet, that was
also Stormzy, Wicked Skegman, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Hey, we can say Man 4 was my jam back in the day.
Bro,
man. Oh,
cold.
God, man.
But I feel like no one's just giving us even Shut Up. Shut Up, he just went to the park and did this thing.
I have no idea who Shab is, not gonna lie.
Stormzy, shut up.
Oh,
Tell my
you
man,
don't
shut
know
up.
that's crazy.
I know
My
Shab.
man says better than me.
Yeah, no, shut up. I don't shut
Yeah,
up.
no,
Oh,
you know-
you
you
said
know-
shut up.
Yeah.
I thought you said shab.
No,
I was like,
shut
who the
up.
fuck is shab?
No, shut up.
No, I know shut
Do
up.
you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, who do like? I feel like sometimes we
do,
get too much.
do you
into our
think
artistic
we
bag.
have that talent though in Ireland? Do you
Yeah.
is anyone that talented?
Definitely.
I
What's
don't know,
called?
man.
You don't know about it, but
Honestly,
Is that talent?
even
That's the
from the little people I do know, I think JLOL would body one of those, going in and out of flows, give a bit of vocals.
Brother's even on. He has a concert either tonight or tomorrow in London.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's very
London.
he's very
Who else?
versatile.
Who else? Honestly, Travis and Els, I think they'll do something crazy.
Triple B is probably one of the best songs to drop in Ireland ever.
Ever. Is that your girlfriend? My broski say you don't need validation. No, that's sorry, not sorry. No, that's sorry, not sorry. No, I know Triple B, BBB. yeah.
I've heard the
Where
song,
I'm
I
from,
just
if I
can't-
look up on stuff on Facebook, I kind of tell it from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, what's called? Who else?
No, they're called.
Obviously Jaffa. But I'm trying to get someone that's not. You know what? You know who I miss? Andre Fazaz. Andre is one of the most talented. Andre's mad talented. But
I'm just gonna accept what you said because I've never heard any of his music.
what's called?
I've never heard.
Go back if you have time. Go
What
back
was
and
that
listen
song
to
that
Cozy Season.
he blew that went crazy back in the day? It was like 2020 or 2021.
Oh, was that Royal Bike when he did?
Yeah. I can't lie. That song was actually kind of hard though.
What's it?
His
It was
his,
actually-
his verse on
it was
Plantain
catchy, I can't
Plantain
lie.
song Joe was cold as well.
Go back and listen to Cozy Season. His mixtape is actually good.
It's actually good. Yeah.
It's actually good. But yeah, nah, man. What was I also? What else?
Well,
was I gonna
what's
say?
your like from here and now? What are you aiming to do? Like festivals or?
Bro, festival, I feel like all that stuff is like, I don't really.
Sorry, before I answer that, when did you start the? Because you're 21, so when did you start rapping and?
I wrote
get
my
into
first bars when I was like 16.
12.
Six-
And when did you know that, okay, this is what I want to do? I'm going to actually start putting money towards studio time and all that stuff.
I feel like for me, writing was always something that, like, cause I do a lot of other stuff other than music. So writing was always something that I did. I went studio, I went things, but like, I didn't really have that, like, I just procrastinated, to be honest. Like, I was doing so much other stuff. The kind of what you were saying, you're doing 101 other things. And then, like, music is something that I'm also talented, I'm gifted for. But, like, I'm not dropping because, I say this came up and this happened and this happened. But really, it's just lack of a plan. Once I made the plan and I realized, okay, this is what I have to do to get here, then ever since, I say, like, start of last year, I'd say, like, middle last year.
It's only, what, a year now that you're actually taking it to the serious. Yeah,
And like now, and now we've like found our stride in terms of like because a lot of artists, when they release music, it's not like at a consistent level. Like one track they'll be like up here, then the next track they'll be like here, and then they'll go back again. But we've made it an effort to be like, when we get there, get to studio, we make consistent bangers, because the thing of where like, when people, like, when you're able to consistently release good music and people are able to consistently see that this is not just a once-off thing, like, this music is hard, then they will know, and then the people will start to, like, you won't even have to shout people will shout you.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like, it's them ones where, like, when they see when they see that these are the levels that are able to come out of Ireland, they're like, they're gonna be shocked, because they're like, they only see the names of like AV9, A92, and some people don't even know about, I'm about to say like J-Yellow or even Jaffa. Some people don't even know about J-Yellow and Jaffa.
Yeah.
And it's weird, because like these
Yeah.
guys are really, they've really exceeded boundaries. Like people like Abi Coulibaly or Monjola as well.
Yeah.
They're getting streams, they're getting booked, they're doing so much things. But like, we feel like now we found our stride. So it's like our time now to show that, all right, cool. These guys are having their fun, these guys are having their time, but we're here now to show you that there's people that can rap and people that can spit, that can give you the bars, they can give you the bars, the creativity, and not just like straight crowd, but this is music. Because there's a lot of people that rap, but there's a lot of people that are not in tune with music. Do you know what I mean? But when you hear our music, you can hear the flows, you can hear the cadence, you can hear the presence, you can hear the clarity, you can hear everything, and you're like, right, this is really the full package. So like, yeah.
The question: are you a performer? Because a lot of man that I see, a lot of these.
Are you going about to say you can outperform him again?
No. No, I told you, them man have rapper hands.
Is that all they have? Yeah.
That's what they
can't do anything
No, but
else.
what's called no, like because one thing that annoys me every time I go out and I go to watch a lot of these men perform, and like the guys are not as seasoned or as well known, bro. I can't hear what you're saying, bro. Like I'm like, bro, I don't know you, I don't know the song, and I haven't heard a single bar. Like, I haven't heard a single bar, so I have no reason to check you out again. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like you're doing performances, but you're not really catching any new fans because I don't know anything. So like, do you feel like you're a performer? Do you feel like, do you work on that aspect of of the game? Like,
and that even just stems from like just rapping it to yourself when you're at home, booking like studio sessions specifically just to like rehearse your bars and stuff like that. But like, obviously, when you're starting off in like all these small, like you're starting off in like Workman's, like I've done Workman's, I've done Academy, Green Room.
Yeah, Green Room.
Green Room. Like some of these places, obviously they don't have like the best equipment, so your sound might obviously not be there. But like, there's a lot of things you can do to like make you sound as clear as possible. And yeah, I've been working on that. Like from the first time I started doing shows to now, complete difference. Like my first time, I was holding the mic this close. I was, it was.
One is the one soon.
And like,
a live show will get Shaq to perform for the boys, isn't it? Come on,
amen.
Deji versus Shaq.
Gosh.
so, I'll smoke niggas, man. Like, I won't use my own bars. I'll use someone else's bars. But
I said to go to ChatGPT for the bars.
He'll do Stormzy. What you call him?
With Skengman. And I know the lyrics off here, bro. Don't Nah, but what's called? I was gonna say one thing else. Like, what in your opinion, what makes you stand out? Like, what makes you stand out compared to the other sea of rappers? Because like for us, we don't know bare rappers. We know you because of him and Simba's Den. Outside of that, like, you could have just been any other guy. So what's the thing that makes you stand out? That's like when you listen to my music or when you see me, do you have the X factor? Do you have the it? Like, what is it?
I feel like it's all a combination of everything that comes from the flows, like the rhyming schemes, even the message. Like, cause I don't just like, one thing about me, I don't just write for the sake of writing. I don't just rap the first thing that like I think about what I'm writing every word that I'm putting down. I'm putting it down for a reason. Like you'll see people, all they want to do is rap about Nyash and rap about all these things. Like that's all cool. Obviously, like obviously I rap about shit like that as well. But like at some point you have to ask like, okay, you're saying all these words, but what are you actually saying?
Yeah. That's like when I do my 16, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
One day, maybe
That's
that's
like-
gonna come out with two
Eventually.
16s.
That's like if they were to hear Amazing right now, they would be shocked because they wouldn't even you wouldn't even think that like this is a nigga really going in and really spitting on a beat like that.
So it's really going in and spitting. Hey, yo.
No, you know who surprised me? You know
yo.
who surprised me with that? Smiles.
With
With like
what?
just with the content. Like
Okay.
once I heard "Countless Day Dreams," the song, not the album.
Yeah.
And like then listening to song, I'm like, wow, this dude is not just saying nonsense. Like he's actually talking. And you know what? He's a very good storyteller.
Yeah, no, he's because I remember they was actually doing this on the Breakfast Club recently. They say the top 5 best storytelling rappers of all time. Obviously, some of them were saying like Ice Cube and Pac. I didn't listen to them, so I was like, yeah, that's actually like I don't know if they really like Dave. He's a good storyteller.
Good storyteller.
Kendrick Lamar, like the arts of peer pressure when they're in the car, does a good storytelling. Obviously, J. Cole can tell a story. Wet Dreams is a good story.
Paper.
Yeah, so
I was listening to someone else. I can't remember who it was, but they was telling the sick story as well.
yeah, so I think that art sometimes doesn't exist as much anymore. Like even Eminem is a good storyteller. If you listen
Eminem
to
is
Guilty
crazy.
Conscience or like
Oh, with him
Stan,
and Dre.
yeah, with Dre, yeah, like
Bro,
Eminem is a
Stan is one of the best tracks of all time.
of all
like,
time. Yeah. I have a tweet about
when you hear that beat, you already know what song it is like.
and it's so funny because you hear the song so many times and you get to the end, you're still like, it was him, it was him that killed her. He did it.
13-year-old me was
You're a bit like obviously, who got you into like rap? Because obviously for us, different era, different generation. Who did you listen to? Be like, that's cool. I wanna
Like
do
coming up,
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of grime coming up. I listened to
Okay.
a lot of grime. Obviously, like Lil Wayne, Drake when I was younger. Like a lot of like those kind of mainstream American artists when I was growing up. But then like Skepta, Chip, Young, and
That's too
Stormzy.
different.
Like
different,
I was like listening to a load of grime. Like,
yeah, I think that's like one of the things I like.
Even that grand flow you used that day in the studio, I was like, yeah. I was like,
get, like-
yeah.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say one of the things I like now about internet is like we feel more connected than previous generations. Like back in the days, whatever the olders would listen to, no idea. Like I picked up my 14-year-old sister. I played Sprinter and she rapped the whole song word for word, bar for bar. Whereas when I was 15 and 30-year-old picked me up, whatever song they're playing, I was like, I have no idea. No idea what that's
because
going
those
on
guys
right now.
like the internet has just made
Yeah, the internet makes it like more, there's that disconnect from like being 15 and being 30 isn't as big as it was. Whereas people had their own cassettes and they're playing their own CDs, and you're like, who the fuck are you playing right now? Yeah.
I have a question that I ask everybody because I like rap beef. But when it's just strictly rap, don't be beefing outside. Are you ready for that smoke? If someone came out right now and they put a diss track out to Shaq, are you replying? And do you think wouldn't matter who it was?
if somebody put a diss track on me right now.
Would it matter who it was for you to reply?
They say F Shaq, F mullingar. I don't know. People are really attached to their ends.
You know, because
People are really attached to their
someone's
ends.
gonna be like, who the hell from Mullingar raps?
People are really attached to their ends. I don't know. So you never know.
Like I say it have to depend who it is. Like
Right, so you're not ready for that smoke on anybody.
what do you mean?
So like, because if I was a rapper, if I had bars,
Yeah.
like obviously it doesn't have to comply to you, but if anyone came at me with bars, I'm going.
Yeah,
to
but it
Not anybody,
depends.
not just anybody.
Yeah.
Not just anybody.
Like
Well, obviously-
Drake can't go for anybody.
No,
Wait.
nobody.
You know, that's quite interesting because you see with the whole Pressa situation.
No, what happened?
So, Pressa said that Pressa announced to the world that Drake had a son, and then from there-
Pusha.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're both Canadian, innit? So I got mixed up. But yeah, so like niggas were saying like obviously Pusha smaller than Drake. Like Drake shouldn't reply, but Drake was like, doesn't matter, I'm gonna reply.
Yeah. But then he stopped. When did he stop replying? Well, when the release story of Adnan, Drake was like, I ain't about this, man. I ain't about this.
Anyways, like, but all banter aside, are you ready for the rap beef?
Of course.
Like, are you ready to step in there and take someone's head off?
Yeah. If I'd have to, then I will.
You know
Is
what?
there anyone in Ireland that you say, I'm not on that level yet?
Like in terms of the rapping ability.
Rapping ability?
No,
No, nobody. I hear it. I got it. You gotta plug this up.
look,
I hear
in
it.
my eyes, I'm number one.
Look,
In my eyes, you're number one
one
too.
of these days, yeah, we're starting Charger beef. What's called?
I say podcast.
No, not podcast. We're gonna get rappers. I'm gonna tell you. You release a diss track. You release a diss track. No strings attached. Everything after we leave it here, leave it there, and just who gets better.
Left definitely won't happen.
Yeah,
It depends who you pick.
As long as
Niggas' egos will get.
As long as you don't come to this studio to be.
Let's go outside. Everyone outside. Do it.
Before you go here, before I wrap up, we did a blind top 5 with him, Irish rappers. If you made it to this side of the podcast, August 26th, we're doing karaoke with Charger. Bring your partner, bring your friends, come get a ticket. August 26th. We'll be outside. We have fun on recording. We wanted our listeners to have fun. We wanted to do an event where you can go have fun. Your favorite podcasters will be doing podcast war up there on the stage. Some of them. I don't know which ones yet, but they'll be there, Shaq.
They'll be there. And you know who else will be there? We'll be there.
We will be there. Like Pep said. Pep said. Right. I'm going to pick 5. I don't know who I picked in the first one. So this is a blind top 5. I name a rapper. You put them in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 position within the scene. You don't know who comes next. And you just have to keep this. You keep deciding that way. Okay. So I'm gonna say Debo.
5.
Okay. Else.
3.
Chuck's 9.
2.
JLOL.
Is gonna be my 1.
It's gonna be a 1. Which leaves number 4 for. I don't even know who I'm gonna say for 4. Kim's can be your number 1.
Yeah. You can be my
So what was your number 1? That was like what? JLOL number 1. What was your number 2?
Chucks.
3
L's.
4
Keems.
5
Debo.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Huh? That's it. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyways, if you man's made it to the end of the podcast today and you didn't like anything that this man says, well, you can charge.
You guys plug yourself.
Oh yeah.
Free are always on Instagram. Tap into Shaq on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all of that. Music releasing soon. You already know.
Music just out previous week. Jack and Jill, go stream that up.
Go stream the fuck out Jack and Jill as well.
Jack and Jill.
Is it just Shaq on? Is it just Shaq on?
No,
It's my boy. It's my boy's track.
Oh, okay, yeah. But what's called? To find you on like Apple Music and shit, is it just Shaq?
Just Shaq.
Just Shaq. Then also Dammy.o15_ on Instagram. Go follow that up if ever.
Dammy's been on our case every event. Like, when you get me on the pod? When you get me?
I see him.
You need that persistence though.
I went to a graduation party. I turned left. Dammy's here.
I was at studio session.
I'm like, why are you here?
I understand what you like that business aspect because you need to follow up and be your people. If you need to, you can't just be like, yeah.
You have to get stuff done, man.
You have to get stuff done.
No, I respect that.
Yeah, thank
some
you.
people have too much pride.
Exactly.
You know?
Thank you for pulling up. Like you're release anytime you're releasing a project, you want to come do a promo. You want to come, even if you just want to be like, you know what, fucked up shit happened. I want to talk about it. Shout out to boys. You're always welcome to come on.
Appreciate it so much.
If you got to the pod, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Great.